I think Urene's cheating. Because he's right. Hello everyone, welcome along to the stream. Let me just bring my chat back up. Good to see you all. It's a bit of a strange one because, well, it's strange now. It's not going to be strange in the long-term future because I'm going to make these things a little bit more regular. Did you cheat, Urne? Did you know that? Or are you just incredibly smart? It's not the Citroen C3 Picasso. It was the 1995 C-Class DTM Mercedes. But, you know, I can't trust you. I really can't trust you. It was race room as well. Let us know how you're getting on. Lovely to see you on the stream for what is the first of a kind of new style of stream for us, where I'm just going to do some racing, because this channel is all about racing. Racing games, sim racing, all of these things. And we obviously cover guides and all of these sorts of things, new content when it comes out, but sometimes it's actually fun to just race. So I thought, you know what, let's do more of that. Let's stream some races, have some fun, hopefully get in some races with you guys as well over the course of these series. And I'm going to be jumping from game to game over certain weeks depending on what's popular, what sort of games I'm enjoying playing, but we're going to try and create stories within each game. So, you know, for example, with Le Mans Ultimate, like today, I'm going to try and increase my driver rating, safety rating, get used to the game, learn all the different quirks, and try and become a better driver. Maybe progress through to the top series eventually. So that's the idea anyway. Hopefully you guys are interested in seeing that as the weeks progress. And obviously this is just a bit of a trial, so I'm just here to have fun, hang out with you guys, enjoy the racing, and hopefully you'll enjoy joining me as well. So, Le Mans Ultimate. Now, we actually have a race on very, very soon. So just before we jump into that, I want to give you some context. So as you can see, on Le Mans Ultimate, I have a driver rating of S1, which is Silver 1, and a safety rating of Bronze 3, because I have done races, of course, on Le Mans Ultimate in the past. The thing is, though, most of those races took place right back when the game first launched in Early Access. I was playing it to get a feel for it, I was obviously enjoying it, and then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna, I've got other sims I'm enjoying, there's other things I'm doing in my life, I'm gonna just let this game cook for a little bit and become a little bit better, and over the years then I will jump back in once it's at a good point. Obviously now we have GT3 cars, the game is improving month on month with the big updates, and it's getting there. We still don't have driver swaps and a few other exciting things that I would like to see, but the game is in a good place, there's lots of people playing it on a daily basis, perfect for some fun online racing. So I do have 9 races under my belt, and I think the last one was like March last year or something, if I'm being honest. There you go, race history. I did 3 races on the 8th of March 2024, and you can see I won the last race I did, so that's not a good omen for how this is going to go downhill. But I'm driver rank Silver 1, so that's definitely progress that we can make if I begin to get good results and move up through. And I'm safety rank Bronze 3, so again, more clean races under my belt, I'll be able to unlock more races, and we'll get further up. So that is the plan. But hello JJ, hello Magic Tap, nice to see you. Mark, obviously in the chat as well. Welcome to the stream, glad to hear you've got your hands on the GT3 DLC as well, Mark. And you'll probably be doing a similar thing to me. I've got 3 podiums, 1 win in my 9 races, so I think there's a lot we can build on. I do feel like I'm going to be okay at Le Mans Ultimate once I get up to speed and get comfortable, but I've done 2 laps of Spa in the GT3 cars, and I'm just about to jump into a daily race with the GT3s at Spa. So, yeah. No, sadly no online driver swap yet, so it's just single driver races. We've got a GT3 fixed race at Spa starting in 11 minutes, and I think that's where I'm going to begin this journey. Now, a couple of things. I'm not expecting to go out and win these first races. Who knows? I might do very well. There's going to be a lot of splits. I might do terribly. I don't really care. The main thing for today is to learn the game a little bit, get up to speed. I'm looking for any tips and advice from you guys in the chat that I can get about how to go faster on LMU, the kind of quirks of the game that I've not picked up on because I've not done the daily racing in almost a year. And obviously I've not done any GT3 online racing either. So yeah, I'm looking for tips. I'm going to try and just work my way through it. Try not to crash into anyone. That might not happen, but I'll do my best. And we're just going to build up slowly because that's the whole fun of doing a journey like this. So anyway, let's register for this race. 108 people registered, so we're going to have a full grid. The question I have, though, is what car do you guys want me to pick? I've got the Valentino Rossi BMW up here because that's the car in the thumbnail, so we could just go with the car in the thumbnail because it's pretty cool. I don't know what cars are strong around Spa. I think the Ferrari was strong in GTE, but I have no idea about the GT3s. So we've got the BMW M4, we've got the Corvette, we've also, of course, got the Ferrari 296, and we've got the McLaren. So I'm personally fancying the BMW with the Rossi livery just because it's the car in the thumbnail, and it looks cool. I quite like the BMW, it's quite neutral. But honestly, if you guys have another preference, we can try that. I'm going to do more than one race today, so I'll maybe pick this first one with the BMW, and then you can let me know in the chat what you want to see for the future races, and we'll just jump between. So, yeah, let's jump in the Rossi BMW for this first race with the Le Mans livery. The McLaren does look good. The McLaren, of course, is the only free car. The others are part of Pack 3 within the first season of DLC. So you can buy the season pass, or you can buy Pack 3 on its own, and you can drive the other cars. So the good thing about that, right, is that everyone can jump in a GT3 race without spending money beyond the base game. Obviously, it's track dependent as well, but Spa and Monza, which is the other daily race, are both free tracks. So that's me registered. Might as well jump in. Just to show you, actually, before I do, hopefully this doesn't unregister me, I don't think it will. We've got the 2 beginner races here, which I'm eligible for, of course everyone is. Intermediate, though, as you can see, is actually locked for me because you need safety rating silver 0, and I'm bronze 3. So I guess the first objective for this stream is to get up to speed, but also try and keep it clean and get up to our silver rating for safety, because when I'm there, obviously I'll be able to drive the hypercars and the LMP2 in future streams, and then go from there, hopefully keep progressing, and eventually I'll be able to drive in the advanced series. We'll maybe even take a look at the higher tiers of the subscription system and see what other events can be unlocked as well, because obviously, as well as daily races, we've got weekly races, we've got special events. I just need to, you know, up my rankings. Avoid track cuts. I will do my best. So I'll maybe play it conservative on the track limits as well. That's maybe a good idea to get the safety rating up. Let's just join practice. These are all pretty full, that's fine. We've only got, I mean, what, 8 minutes? So I've done 3 laps of Spa, guys. So this will be lap number 4. By the time I've done 8 minutes, that's another 3 or 4 laps. The tyres will still be coming up to speed, so we'll just give it a go. We will just give it a go. Does anyone know what cars are quicker in Spa? Should track cuts contribute to a safety rating? Yes, but not severely, is my opinion. I think staying on the road is a sign of safety, but track cuts are, yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean you're not safe just because you're using you're pushing the boundaries of the track limits, right? It means you're on the limit, which arguably is safer because it shows that you're able to drive on the limit. Although if you're cutting the track, maybe you're not able to drive under control on the limit. There's a weighted question. Yeah, well, yes and no. Yes and no. Yeah, I guess track limits, by triggering track limits for safety rating, you are actually going off the track. So I can see that. I also can't remember how grippy the track is during these sessions. I think they rubber in more for qualifying in the race rather than practice. So that's going to be something. And also, obviously, fixed setups in this beginner series. So let's just take the music down. Let's see what we've got then. So obviously I've not got long here. It's fixed setups. There's nothing I can do other than the fuel. I saw someone, or the virtual energy, I saw someone saying about fuel numbers. I think it was like, I'll check again once I bring the chat back up. Every time I click, by the way, on the Le Mans Ultimate window, it takes away my chat, so that's not great. What are we saying here? Was it urinate? Someone gave me some fuel advice. I'm scrolling, guys. 9.5 laps of fuel for Spa race. Thank you, Mark. 9.5 laps. So, probably to be safe, that's like, what, 35, 40 litres, something like that? We'll try with 40 just to be safe. Let's not take too many risks, because we're just here to have fun. Get up to speed, learn what to do and what not to do. And then hopefully, as the weeks go on, if I'm doing more and more of these on the Mon Ultimate, we can progress, we can get better. I'll not have to ask all the questions about what I need to do. I'll actually know what to do, maybe one day. Right. Let's see then. Very grey skies. Let's just let these guys go past. Already thinking about my safety, you see? Right. Now, tyres should be cold, I'm pretty sure, straight out of the box with the GT3s. Don't qualify too high, yeah. We'll expect high finish and penalise. Interesting. Well, I mean, for qualifying, I'm not going to be up to speed, so I guess I'll take it easy, get some banker laps in. I might naturally qualify badly. In fact, I probably will, so that could work quite well. At the end of the day, if I do qualify well, though, I'm still going to go for it, because, yes, I'm trying to gain safety rating and results and everything, but also I just, you know, I want to try and win some races or get up on the podium if I can, so it's going to be a balance. I don't think I'm going to throw qualifying, put it that way. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's maybe sensible. Why are we talking about football? Oh, 424 TC. Okay, yeah, that's something I can probably do. I was wondering why we were talking about non-Ange Postecoglou formations. Now, this is the other thing. I need to get back used... I've kind of assigned some buttons to some things, but I'm just trying to get used to those again. So I've got traction control, TC power cut, and TC slip angle. I'm getting tips here from Yerne, who is probably the best person in the world to get tips from for Le Mans Ultimate, I'll be honest. Everyone needs a Yerne in their life. Every sim racer in particular. Maybe everybody, who knows. Right, yeah, so we've got 424 on the traction. Yeah, okay, so you want to lower the traction. I think that's probably that's always a good shout, isn't it? So let's... What are my buttons again? I've forgotten. No. There we go. We'll start with like... sixes and just ease them down as we get comfortable. The tires come up to temperature. Yerne, feel free to jump into the Discord channel and help me that way. if I'm unable and incapable of reading all of your messages and you're just giving me the best advice and I'm nowhere near it, feel free to just jump in and tell me what to do. If that's even possible. Yes, you're right, Pran. The Messiah of Le Mans Ultimate. I don't even know how long I've got till this race, by the way. I think I've only got like 4 minutes, maybe. So we're going to get like 1, maybe 2 laps in here. Track limits I'm going to have to learn. I think through Radeon, you basically have to stay within the curbs. You can't go over the curbs. I want to know about ABS as well, guys, in terms of the braking technique. Now, I would have thought, obviously, you've got ABS in these cars. You kind of want to smash the brake pedal for most of the braking zone, but do you want to just slightly ease off the brake when you get into the corner, kind of trail brake slightly? Is there any benefit to not smashing the brake pedal in the early phases? If you know any of those things, let me know, because that's the sort of stuff that I'm going to need to just be learning as we go here. You don't. No, I can't speak. You're not obliged. You're not obliged. But if you see me drowning, feel free to throw me a lifeboat. A lifeboat? A life jacket. I'm drowning verbally. How's that not a track limit? I have no idea. I do know that the tires take ages to come up to temperature, so you should probably be looking at like lap 3 or 4 before you're actually up to speed in any kind. So it's easy to get disheartened on LMU when you jump out the pits and you've got absolutely no grip whatsoever. Lifeboat would be useful, but could hurt initially. Yeah, as long as you throw it beside me, not on top of me. Right, braking, I don't know where. There. Not too bad. Safed, but could definitely go later. Right. What's the first lap going to be? 21? 221.1. Oh, we're up to 4th in this practice session. That's I mean, doesn't really tell you much, but it's a good sign that we're not miles off. We're 1.2 seconds off the fastest in this particular session, so hey, that's alright. Yes, this is Spa-Francorchamps. Francorchamps. Never quite know how to pronounce it. Spa-Francorchamps. So where are we at? Yeah, 221 on my first lap there, but we should hopefully go quicker than that once the tires are warmed up a little bit. I've just realised that no one's really setting lap times either, so... I might actually be... oh, hello. Hello, R-Factor 2 screen freeze. We might actually be 1.2 off of second place, who's 1.9 off of first place. I'm not quite sure how that's working. Oh yeah, they're all leaving. Okay, so that means that the race is going to start. I should probably leave as well, shouldn't I? I don't know if I'm going to get prompted to say you must leave to join your session, because I've just not played this enough to know, or in a long time. But yeah, let's switch. Listen to urinate, people. It doesn't auto-join. Thanks, Mark. All right, let's do that. Let's not miss the first race. That would be a bit embarrassing. Especially when you guys were telling me to join. Right, race starting now. Join event. 221 sign-ups. That's really impressive. For, what is this, a Wednesday afternoon in the UK? Wednesday morning in the States? Somewhere else? Somewhere else in the world some other time? I think that's pretty good. Thank you very much, Magic Tap. Yeah, interesting. We all get screen freezes from time to time in certain sims, right? No matter the hardware. But I've always been someone who's gotten it on R-Factor and R-Factor 2. I mean, that's the second one I've had today on LMU, so it's not crazy, but 10 laps of fuel is plenty. So 10 laps, is there a system in the game? Obviously, I know that when you do laps on circuit, it tells you how many liters equals how many laps. But does it tell you in the menu that how much 10 laps is? Hopefully. Ah, thanks, Yusuf. Yeah, we haven't done much live content. We used to do a few bits and pieces back in the olden days, good olden days of Traxion, when we were still growing and building up from the start. Now, when we returned last year, we did really want to be doing live streams, but we had so many other things to get in place first. We wanted to get our video content back up and running. We wanted to establish lots of stuff like styles. Hey, Dave's here. Hello, Dave. There's plenty of stuff we wanted to establish. So the live streams were kind of put on pause whilst we got ourselves back on our feet. And, you know, everyone's been working very hard behind the scenes. And I think that now we're looking to, okay, what can we do to build on what we've got? We're going to continue trying to put out at least one video a week where possible. There might be the odd gap, or maybe sometimes we get 2 videos when important things are happening and we have the capability. But the idea is to get consistent YouTube uploads going and then complement that with some live streams every week. Just doing some more racing, more opportunities basically to chat to you guys and see how you're getting on, because YouTube can be a funny place when you're not doing live streams. I'm talking a lot to you guys, the community that are enjoying the videos, but I don't really get a chance other than through comments to kind of hear back from you. So I love live racing because A, I can race against some of you, and B, we can interact live, and it feels like I'm actually having a conversation rather than telling you information and then receiving some back. So yeah, really, really looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Dave, help. This is my first race on LMU since that day where I raced you at Sebring, I think, in an LMP2 like a year ago, and the race didn't work. Right, yeah, it tells you, okay, 10 laps of fuel, so what's that? 50%. All right, 50%. We'll go with that. I'll trust the chat. I'll trust you, Mark. And it's fixed setup, so there's nothing else we can do. So basically, we just wait for qualifying and then go for it. Dave says change the fuel until it shows 9 laps. Oh, 9 laps. Okay, there's more than one person saying that. Okay, let's do that. No point taking extra. 9.1. See, this is why we do this. I'm going to just go out and qualify on race fuel as well, just to get up to speed, get comfortable with the car. Right. Ferrari has a bit of dirty air bug, so expect Radeon death, so that's good. Right, awesome. Thanks for the tips, guys. This is what I need. This is what I need. If I'm going to learn how to play a game and reconnect with a game that I've not played in a year and try and learn things, the best thing to do is just jump on a live stream and get all the answers immediately. It said split 1 out of 12. I don't know if that's like the worst split or the best split, honestly, because, I mean, I'm only silver 0, but I would have thought there'd be more. I don't know. Again, you guys tell me. Maybe the number's not relevant. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. I'm in the best split. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're starting in the top split. Right. Oh, you guys. You guys. I'm a top split. I'm a top split driver. on race 1. I appreciate the confidence, Pran, but I don't share it. I don't share it. First race of the GT3s, we're just going to be getting used to things. I remember Yurney said something about traction control being a 4-2-4 formation, so let's trust that, man. But not go quite as aggressive until we're up to speed. So let's go with, like, what button am I? That's the one. Nope, that one. Yeah. Let's go 5-4-5. More players on the pitch. Better chance of surviving. Tyres are going to take a few laps to come in, I believe, so let's just get a banker in, see how we get on. Obviously, I've only got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left, so that's like, what, 2 laps, 3 laps, something like that? And I think you can finish the lap you're on when the timer runs out? Maybe? Maybe. Right. So, based on that one, I don't know if the track conditions are the same, but based on that one lap of practice, I think I was in the 220, I can't even remember, 221s or something, so let's try and, I mean, I don't want to set expectations or objectives, but I'm going to do it. Aim for like a 220 or better. Just for this first one to get up to speed. Not the first lap, sorry, the first qualifying session. Okay, excellent. Right, 2 fast laps. 1 slow lap and 1 slightly less slow lap coming up. Find La Source very difficult in terms of a braking point, just because the visual reference markers are really unclear and there's big gaps between them on the fence. Even on lap 1, we should be able to take this flat if we get the line right. Scrubbed off a little bit too much speed, but it's okay. 219 easy. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What's your best lap time? We're about to find out, because I've only done 3 laps. So my best lap is TBC. I think it's a 220 or something at the moment. So hopefully we'll beat that in this session. Good thing is I know Spa well, and I've raced GT3s at Spa on ACC enough to kind of have a basic idea. And apparently the last race I did on LMU a year ago was GTEs at Spa. I should put that quote up on the wall. ABS to 9 or 10, thank you. We'll try that actually, once I'm not panicking about the next braking zone. The gearing's really low in these GT3s as well. It feels like the I would expect to be in a kind of higher gear or higher rev range at any given moment. Just being very careful with curbs. Right, now I can do my ABS. That's not the right button. Bear with. There we go. 9. We'll go 9. What are you doing, Dave's? Like 2 10s? 11s? Okay, actually that was a bit better in the braking into the chicanes. Slightly safe, but survived. That wasn't a bad first lap, I'll be honest. Not going to be a 217.8, but a 219.3. Okay. Okay. And I've gone too deep. Oh no! Power. Shocking La Source. Shocking La Source, but we're 5th at the moment. 219.3, so that is my best lap at Spa. Now. Unfortunately, I've ruined the next one, but if the tyres are a bit warmer, maybe I can gain it back. Even through Radion there, I've gained a little bit. Yeah, I need to remember that. I need to remember the finish line, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll keep it pinned all the way. Too early on the brakes, definitely. Staying second this time through here? Nope, 3rd. But we're up. Kind of. Ooh. Good thing we don't need these tyres for the race. Absolutely destroying them. Right, we've got a 10th. I feel like I'm going to definitely drop down the standings on the second lap, though. No. Too early. I wonder if... Oh, jeez. That snapped. Okay, well, that lap's done. And that is going to be the only flying lap we get, I'm afraid. So, we'll just learn how to not do it. There we go. Okay, so we'll watch the other times come in. Hopefully we'll stay, you know, maybe top 10, top 12 when the other times come through. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like BMWs are dominating the top, so I think based on the fact that I can see first, fourth, and sixth are all BMWs, that might suggest I've actually picked a good car for this. See you later. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Good luck in your races. Right, qualifying over. We'll get to the finish line just to complete another lap for safety rating, if that's a thing. Okay, you know what? It's okay. Oh, the BMW is OP most places. Okay. That's good to know. So, you can see... Oh, yeah, okay. So, BMW is dominating the top 4. So, I promise I did not look into this before and just pick the best car and pretend I didn't have a clue. But it looks like the BMW is the best car. So, 217.8 is a good benchmark. That's, you know, we know in the top split, pole position at the moment, it's a 217.8. That's where we're looking to get to, right? So... 1.5 seconds off in my first qualifying lap out the pits. There's definitely more time there. I think that's pretty good on a fixed setup, honestly. I'm proud of myself for that. I'll take it. I will take it. A couple of questions coming through. How can you drive GT3 with a round rim? I really can't. It's honestly not the easiest. The reason I'm using this right now is that I do have another rim, which I have to still... I basically have to still install it properly. I have to get the adapters on and everything to get it working, but... I'm going to be using that other one a lot more once I get it on and once I get it working. But for now, this is the only steering wheel that I've got for this base that's working and set up. The other one I've got is very, very cool and very exciting. And we will be doing a video on it at some point as soon as I can. But there's a lot of other things going on. So I'm going to start testing it hopefully this week. And then maybe I'll be using a wheel that's not a round wheel or a D-shaped wheel like this one. So there you go. Okay, Terj asks... What's new is this journey? Basically, the new thing is me playing Le Mans Ultimate and doing this sort of stream on the channel. So I've obviously done a few streams on the channel in the last month or so. New content coming out in EA Sports WRC, Assetto Corsa Evo, stuff like that. And that's been the start of Traction redoing live streams. But now I'm going to try and obviously I'll try every week. It might not happen every week. Some weeks I might do 2 streams or 3 streams, who knows. But the idea is to do a new type of streaming where I'm basically going on a journey within a certain game through ranked races. Or it might be other things. It might be new content coming out on games that I'm testing. It might be a brand new game I'm trying out. Or a bunch of other things. Maybe I'll go back and play some old childhood games and try and complete them again with extra challenges, who knows. But the idea is that I'm going to be doing regular streams and setting myself goals and targets to give me something to chase and hopefully make it entertaining for you guys to watch as well. So this is Le Mans Ultimate. I'm 2.2 seconds off pole position in the first race, so I think that's a really good kind of benchmark to try and improve on. But yeah, basically I'm going to try and up my ratings, get into gold, etc., with my driver rating and safety rating over the the coming months, and we'll see if we can, make that progress, do well in races, and then eventually compete in some of the higher races in hypercar and things like that. So that's the idea. We're starting at the bottom. I'm in the beginner races, although I am in the top split somehow, and we'll see. We'll go from there. Colin McRae on PS1. That would be good. That would be great. Okie dokie, 46 seconds till the race start. It's fixed setup. I'm confident with the fuel numbers because I've had them from a trusting source in Dave Cam, and I had them from a few people actually, so that's cool. Will I do track guides again? Yeah. It's up for debate, to be honest. I actually did one for LMU when Imola came out. I did a track guide for that in the hypercar. And it did well. I think the track guides do well over a long time, especially on ACC, because that's kind of where I started doing them in the first place. But But yeah, like, it's one of those things where they're very time consuming, and that's fine. I really enjoy doing them, but there's always other things that are happening at the moment that have been more important and more pressing. So I would love to do more track guides. I really, really would. And there's a good chance we will do more in future, especially when a new game's coming out and getting popular, because we want to help as many people as we can. But right now, I'm not doing any, put it that way. But hopefully you can still find the other ones useful. Hey, Le Mans Ultimate's here. Hello. I'm glad I'm doing the daily races too. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, as my colleagues will attest to. I've been saying I've been wanting to do more of these sorts of things. Someone said about pit lane speed limiter on the race start. Sorry, is that a good idea? Who knows? No pressure then. Le Mans Ultimate. Watching me play Le Mans Ultimate. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Pit lane speed limiter. Perfect advice, thank you. We're P7 on the grid. First race. I'm going to play it safe. I might not be as aggressive as I should be, and I apologise for that. I just want to get through safely, and obviously I'll do my best to get a decent result. ABS is very confidence-inspiring early doors here. Oh no. Oh no. Let's do it. Let's lift and then nail the throttle. Oh, I had to back out too much. Oh, it's killed our momentum. I thought I would be the smart one, back out and then get a run, but the Ferrari actually held me up too much in the middle of the corner, and now I'm kind of boxed in. I'm not going to look at the chat too much until I get free of these opening few laps, basically. Hopefully you can understand. I don't want to wipe out someone because I'm reading about reading a question, but I will, as the race goes on, obviously, we'll settle into rhythm and I'll know when to have a look. Nope. Someone's going around the outside of me. Oh, there's the first bit of contact. I mean, it's an intense start. We'll give it that. I haven't changed my traction control again, so we probably need to do that when I have a moment. Trying to do 7 things at once is always a good idea. Right, traction control can go down a little bit, step by step. Definitely lost a few places off the start. I actually tried to be, you know, I didn't just completely back out of everything there. I tried to actually, you know, look at some moves, but just without taking huge risk. And obviously, what that does is it opens up the space for people around the outside who are willing to be a bit more bold in these early stages. And that's fine. That's fine. It's a journey. It's a journey. We'll work our way forward. Alright, let's just go with 6s all round for now. That seems sensible. I have got a little bit of damage as well, because it's given me the option to repair the body. That was the side-to-side contact with a Corvette. Right, let's do it. Hello Nicholas, welcome to the stream. Hello Pedro. I'm still completely uncertain on my braking zones, so obviously in qualifying it's quite easy because you can kind of just play it a little bit safe, brake a little early, you've got loads of time to think about it. Obviously in the race I've got cars around me, I can't really take as many risks in the braking zones to try and learn the exact point of how late you can brake, so that may affect my bravery, let's say, and I think in racing combat conditions right now, I'm not going to be in a good state because I'm not going to have the confidence to go, I know exactly where I'm braking in this car at this track. And I think if someone's trying to overtake me and they do know exactly where to brake, they're onto something. So we're going to have to just settle in and try and just learn lap in, lap out, get more comfortable and learn what we're doing here. But we're P9. So the ABS setting in the game, if you turn it down, it basically asks, I believe anyway, it asks the system essentially to not kick in quite as early. So I guess the higher the ABS, the more safety margin there is. The ABS is going to kick in sooner, and it's going to kick in maybe stronger, so it'll release... And again, this is a presumption, not fact. I guess then by increasing the ABS number, the ABS, when it does kick in, is going to kick in a bit harder, release more brake pressure off, and really stop you from locking up at all. Whereas when you lower that number, it's going to straddle the line a little bit. It's going to try and stop you locking up, but obviously if the number gets lower and lower and lower, eventually you might still lock up with a little bit of ABS on, just because it's trying to intervene as little as possible. So you basically want to find the perfect compromise between safety and not locking up, and also actually using as much of the brakes as you can get away with using safely. Okay, unfortunately, my braking point right now for the chicane is actually a sign, which could get wiped out at any moment. So that's never great. Let's bump down the traction a little bit more.
That time was a 2:20.01.
Yeah, look at that Corvette just steaming up under braking. It knows exactly where to brake. Right, 555. Let's try that for a little bit. Wonder how my safety rating is going to be affected by the one little nudge I had early doors. I'm definitely being too tentative at certain places. I think I just saw a comment saying on LMU you try and stay close to the limit of the ABS. That's really good advice, if that's true. So maybe I shouldn't quite be mashing the pedal as much as I am. Maybe I should be trying to just balance it with where the ABS kicks in. To be honest, I might be doing that naturally without realizing, like subconsciously. I don't actually know if I'm mashing the pedal or not. You guys can probably see my telemetry and can probably tell me whether I am or not, because I feel like sometimes I just do it instinctively, to be honest, but other times I just mash the pedal. Right, 30 minutes to go. It's settled down now. I think I've got, I think I could be going faster, but it's not going to happen without putting a bit of practice in, getting comfortable. I think I'm quite safe here in P9. The car behind me is pretty quick, or it's at least the same speed, so they are going to go for me at some point if I make a mistake or they get a good run, I think. There's a big queue behind them as well, so I really just want to keep it mistake-free. If I can just stay in this gap here, maybe not the most exciting race, but it's going to help us progress, I think, in terms of safety rating. Maybe in terms of driver rating, I'm not sure, but depends on how strong the split is. The fact that it's split 1's going to help, I would have thought. What am I doing? 2:20s. I haven't even looked at the lap times, to be honest, Tom. Oh, that Ferrari in front. Oh no, I've got track limits. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That shows you how close the limit is then, because I use that bit of curb on other games and I get away with it, but I was too busy focusing on the Ferrari going way off in front of me, so that was a mistake. I think that Ferrari's struggling, That could be a chance for us to gain. Ah, okay, yeah, intermediate races give you more. That's good to know. So that's what we're aspiring towards. If we can, obviously I want to have fun. I'm enjoying the GT3s already. They're great cars to race, and there's lots of busy splits, but the aspiration here is to get up to silver with the safety rating, and then I can actually have the choice. So I can jump in some of those LMP2 or hypercar races. And then obviously we can still do GT3s as well, but I have I can mix it up a little bit. I've already lost that gap again to the car in front. Definitely losing a bit in those kind of braking zones, I would say. Just don't know if I'm being I don't know if I'm maybe delaying it too long, just being a little bit too focused on getting a good exit and not quite attacking the entry. I guess that's maybe a BMW thing. The Ferrari can kind of carry the speed into the corners a little better, I would have thought. Whereas the BMW is more of a kind of stable overall feel. I might be talking absolute nonsense. But hey, it's stopping me making any major mistakes up to this point. So I really can't complain too much. Oh, Piers is in the chat, Andy's in my ear. How does that work? Are you sending those messages from the pit wall, Piers? Minimal coasting, says Pran. Great advice. Alright, minimal coasting. I'm doing quite a bit of coasting at the moment. That Chevrolet is so close, but I just don't think he's gonna... He can't make a move into this chicane without being a bit gung-ho, so I think I'm safe at this point here. Try and minimise coasting like Pran suggests. Well, it was good through there doing that. Actually thinking about it. Get another 10th gained, potentially. Here we go. I'm going to be very vulnerable to the guys behind again, though. Again, not warmed up, not really practiced and in the zone with it, so it's going to... I think that's going to be to my detriment when I get into a really big scrap here and try and keep it clean. Yeah, again, there's a corner where I can definitely go in a little hotter. Tell you what, the race is still on, you know. 8 minutes left, and I mean, the 4 or 5 cars in front of me are all in a big train, and at some point, someone's going to get impatient, and that thing is going to hit the fan. And it could be me. Yep, there. Oh no. I thought there was a car to the right, but it was the pit lane entry. This could be a risk. And it could be a bad one, but I'm going for it. It was a bad one. I've already decided. Oh no, right. Hopefully they back out and not me, but they've got a bit of a run here. It's going to have to be me, isn't it? No, yeah. It's fine, I'll try and get the exit. I deserved it, guys. I deserved it. I thought I'd have a bit of fun. Send one down the outside when it probably wasn't the sensible option, but I just wanted to cause a bit of havoc, and I did to myself. The impatience is guaranteed with me, Oz. No matter what I say, don't listen to a word I say at the start of the race. If I say, oh, I'm going to take it easy, I'm not going to try anything, I guarantee you, within 5 laps I will go against my own word. Or within 5 corners, usually. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. Just gotta get my rhythm back, stay in this group, let the crashing happen towards the end. Okay. 2.5 seconds back to P12, so there's one more car with me, and then there's a bit of a gap. Now, that gap could definitely close at any moment, but that's a little bit of breathing room, so psychologically, I mean, it's not a great attitude for a racing driver to have, is it? Oh, don't worry, I've got a 2.5 second gap back to P12. Nothing to worry about. I'll just take a P11, it'd be great. We all want P11. It's my favourite position. I'll just let the guy behind me go, why not? What a race up in front. What a race. Like, I'm actually privileged to be able to watch this. Go on, send it. Someone send it. Oh, hey, Pierce. No. I want a good exit from the inside. Yes! Oh, guys. Patience. That's why you need 2.5 seconds. But is it saying, am I running out of fuel? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Hopefully not. 2.8 laps of fuel. No, I trust everyone. We're not running out of fuel. I think it just does that, doesn't it? When you're kind of low on fuel, the game just immediately tells you need to go to the pits. Hopefully I'm right, and it doesn't mean I'm going to run out of fuel. Horrible throttle control, sorry guys. I need to watch that back in case I accidentally did something stupid, but I'm pretty sure I was fully to the inside there. I don't think I was involved in that. I think what happened is the car on the outside, the rear touched the front of the car on the outside of that, and then it was just unfortunate, I think. They kind of got pitched into a spin. Anyway, I'll check the chat again next time I'm on a straight. Yeah, I did have a good switch. I mean, it wasn't really a switchback, to be fair. I think I couldn't really go to the outside. I couldn't go to the inside, so I thought I'll just kind of settle in the middle. And based on the fact that when I went outside the previous lap, I lost a lot of momentum, I thought I want to be on the inside on the exit, so I'll stick to the inside, stick behind the other car, and just see what happens. That was my thinking. I wasn't worried about losing a place. I just kind of wanted to be in the right position on the exit, just in case something happened. And lo and behold, it was the right place to be. If I was on the outside, I would have been right involved in it. So it was the right call, but obviously it's a bit of luck involved.
That time was a 2:20.48.
Still a lot of pace to find. I really think if I sat down for... We're going to do another one of these races as well. We're going to do Monza next, and then hopefully another one at Spa if we've got the time. But I really want to sit down and just practice, do some hot laps and really find the limits. Because I think that'll go a long way to being more comfortable and confident in these races. But again, I know I've said it a million times, it's the start of the journey. We're just using today to get up to speed, to learn a little bit about the game. I have to say massive credit to Le Mans Ultimate and the developers and everyone involved, because I know I've been critical over certain aspects of the game, and I still would be. However, I've never been critical about how good the racing is and how good the physics are to have an online race. And honestly, like, the netcode and things like that, I mean, so far, I haven't seen anything bad. I've done one race, yes, I know. But of the races I did before, a year ago, and of all the other races I've seen, the racing's just great. You can run really close to people, you can have good battles, the cars look good on track, there's no weird kind of floating, or no regular weird floating anyway, at least. And I'm not going to speak on behalf of everyone who's played it a lot more and will maybe have more to say about it, but my experience so far has just been really, really positive with the actual racing in this game. So it's obviously features still got a way to go, but racing and content's good. See if we can... The cars in front seem to be on the limit. I'm only half a second back, so maybe I can get higher up into the top 7 or 6 here. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. We've only got about 1 lap to go, I think, though. More track limits for that Ferrari. They're feeling stressed.
Time
1 lap of fuel left. Oh my goodness, it's right on the limit of fuel here. Oh! Goodbye. I told you they were stressed. Running out of rear tyres. I shouldn't laugh because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm running out of fuel, so they could definitely laugh at me when I'm stuck by the side of the road. Let's see if I... it's 3.44 a lap. I'm going to make it, but it's going to be so close. So if I need to on the last straight, I'll go into lean or something. But as I say, I have faith in the Dave Cam. We should all have faith in Dave Cam. That was much better through there. The line was just way, way better. Still, I reckon, about a second a lap. I'm leaving on the table at the moment in my eyes, but of my own performance, that is, not overall. Overall's probably more. Right, I'll sit on the race map just in case we need to lower it. Start letting me know down in the comments below what car you want to see me drive in the next race at Monza. Again, I've got no idea what a good car is, what's good and what's bad. Just tell me what you want to see, and I'll jump in it and give it a go. I do like the Ferrari, because it's a Ferrari at Monza. I think it works quite well, but that's just me. We've got a Macca vote from Pran. Is the Macca any good over curbs? See, that is how late you can brake for the chicane. That was so much better. Now that I had no one in front of me, I could take a bit of a risk. I forgot about fuel, but we're going to make it. 0.0 laps of fuel left as we cross the line. No! I got a penalty. No. I told you this was a learning process. So, did I get a warrant? Did I get a... Oh, I ran out of usable energy. Learning process. So basically, I started... Okay, so I started, I guess, with too little fuel. I thought I was running until the tank was empty, but obviously with the virtual energy, you don't run out, you just get a penalty. So that P7 finish that we earned. Oh, I still trust you, Dave. I still trust you. Hang on, did I do something wrong in the setup there, guys? Maybe I'm being unfair. Virtual energy I put down, so that's 31 litres of fuel carried. I think that's right. I think that's right. I actually finished 18th. 18th. 2 minutes 23. 2 minutes 23 off. Anyway, it's a journey. Start from the bottom. Learn. Work our way up. Anyway, did you guys enjoy that? I actually thoroughly enjoyed that race. I didn't take many risks. I didn't go for crazy moves. I still got involved a little bit in the battles, but the guys in front of me, they were awesome. They were awesome. Okay, so for sprint races, leave the VE to 100 and adjust the fuel ratio. Yeah. Okay, that's definitely something I need to learn. I've gained safety rank. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get up to silver 1. Obviously, my driver rank's gone down. I was expected to finish 19th. So I'm right on the limit of split 1 with my rating, but obviously I finished 18th. Should have finished 7th. So I was definitely like right on the fringes there of the first split. Like I'm either in the first split or I'm at the top of the second split, and it depends, I guess, on on who's in what race. Let's back out quickly because I need to get entered for Monza, I believe. Help, how do I do it? Online. Monza starts in 5 minutes. Split 2 definitely does not have to be a win. Okay, so can I not register to this? It's not letting me register. Oh, Race Control Pro subscribers can register for the next race now. Is that a Race Control Pro event? Hang on. Go back to the menu before. Back out again. Okay, let's just back out all the way. We think you should have finished 19th, but you finished 18th. Well done. Well done. There were 18 finishers. Okay, it just takes a while. Thank goodness. I was panicking there. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Colin Spork's in this one. So we've got some top R Factor drivers, probably top LMU drivers. I haven't learned who they are yet, really. Right, what car are we going? I saw someone say the Macca. I saw someone say the Macca. Anyone else? At the moment, it's Macca, unless we get any weighted votes coming in the next few minutes. Yeah, Colin is a weapon. I remember commentating on him in the Formula Pro series, and he was good. Yeah, go and prove the free car. Let's see. Let's go for. Hang on, is this GTE? It's GTE. Ah. Okay, I thought it was GT3. That's fine. That's fine. No McLaren. Aston. Pierce said Aston. Aston, yeah, we've seen. Right, 2 votes for the Aston. That's going to have to do because we've only got 2 minutes to make a decision. Let's go for the bright orange Aston. 209 people in this. Whew. Race in 3 minutes. Is there even a point? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, man. Unfortunately, I've already registered and not the number 27, I think. So we're just going to have to stick with this one. 300 people is good, though. 300 people is very good. Summary of race 1. I learned about the fuel ratio versus the energy ratio. That's important. That's going to help me a lot. I learned that in the top split, I was actually able to hold my own in the top 10. I'll take that at this early stage with that many people registering. I also learned that the racing itself is frenetic and exciting, and even when everyone's similar in pace and following each other, you can still have a good race. Thought that was really good. What else did I learn? There's definitely more pace. There's definitely more pace there with some more practice, but it's hard to practice during the race without wiping someone out. So yeah, that's probably the main takeaways. But, you know, we're learning. We're learning. 1 minute 40 to go. Someone did say back out and change the car. I think, to be honest, at this point, I'm just going to play it safe. I don't want to risk anything. Just stay in. It's fine. We'll go the bright orange. We'll go the bright orange. Yeah, let me know. What do I need to know about GTE? So I've done races at GTE, as you saw at the start of the stream. This was a year ago, or 11 months ago. So what do I need to do in GTE? There's no energy system, is there? You can do big skids. There's no. Is there ABS in GTE? There's not. Yeah. Oh, mind the brake sensitivity. Oh no, I'm jumping in this with no practice as well, and I've got no ABS. Okay. Quick. Yeah, I've got traction. Don't lock up under brakes. It's going to be a learning process, this. Again, practice, I'm just going to be looking at braking because it's about learning the exact amount. Braking points are going to be a learning process as well. Curb usage. help me out here, guys. If you see me missing a curb on a chicane that I should be smashing, or vice versa, just let me know. This is a joint journey. I need all the help I can get. Okay, as long as I'm progressive, I can brake pretty hard. That's good to know. That is good to know. All right, let's just join the event as soon as we can, and then get some laps on that session. 125 meters, great. So that'll be 150 then until until I've done a few laps. So I don't think in this car we've got any virtual energy. So also let me know how much fuel I'm going to need. I think it's probably not too dissimilar, I would guess. Like 40 litres or something. Trail brake is a bit more important than with GT3s. Okay. Okay. So, watch the braking, watch for lockups. Trail braking helps. I seem to remember when I did some Monza races a year ago when I was doing the GTs first, and obviously things have changed since then. BOP may have changed, may not have. I remember the Ferrari being strong. I'm not, Piers. I'm running at the moment. This something I could run in the future, but right now it's everything that's in the game basically. I'm running it just as Le Mans Ultimate comes essentially. But I think the game does tell you in terms of fuel and stuff. So in terms of you can, like, there are overlays that can tell you these sorts of things. So I don't know how much fuel, but let's just go for like 42 litres to start with. Tell me if that's bad. Or let me suffer and find out for myself. Let's just get out on circuit and do some laps. I'll mute the music as well, so you can hear the lovely Aston Martin. What wheelbase am I using? I am running the Simucube 2 Pro, the middle range Simucube. I think it's the Pro. And for LMU, I've got it around about 12 Newton meters of force. Right, so 125, so between the 150 and the 100 is where I've been suggested I brake. Obviously, the tyres are going to be cold, so the first lap you can kind of ignore. Oh, horrible understeer, but we do have TC. 37 and 40, alright. 42 is probably fine. I didn't see what split I was in. I'll need to have a look. I've got 1 minute before quali to learn the brakes, so, and they're cold. Understeer. I think you want to use a bit of the curb on the way in and not on that chicane and not the second curb. Is that right? I think you can kind of muller the first one to get a better angle for the second part. Oh, there's a lockup. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, the brakes are okay. They're okay. I've gotten in... oh, split one. Oh, great. Excellent. Fantastic. At least the expectation is that I'll finish last. So, ratings-wise, you know, we're fine. Okay. Track limits. Bit of curb on the exit of that one. It's fine. Bit of curb on the exit there, I'm sure is fine. Let's get into qualifying. I should probably use less fuel in qualifying, but honestly, I don't want to... I don't need to put myself right at the front, you know, higher up the grid than I feel comfortable. Let's just leave it in and get used to the car. Let's just do it. Thank you for all of your advice, guys. It's genuinely very, very helpful as we do this. Great live service. Yeah, Pran, you just need to practice it a lot, but it also really helps to have a good pedal. It really helps to have a good pedal. And I've got a very, very good pedal on this rig at the moment. I've got the Simucube Active Pedal Pro, which I'm very lucky to have on the rig, and it really helps with stuff like braking, especially when you're playing like iRacing, where the non-ABS cars are prominent and braking is very tough. Any traction control advice? I mean, oh my god, I've just flat spotted the tyre on the... Oh my goodness, right. I forgot the tyres were cold again. Alright, this qualifying is going to be interesting. Where are we at? Where are we at? Traction control 6, 5, and 8. Honestly, let's leave it right now. I can probably set the fuel map to qualifying. No, I can't. Alright, race will do. So I think this first curb you can use a bit more than I just did, and then essentially straight line the second bit a bit more. 4 and 5, alright, that's good. I'll bear that in mind once I've actually done a few laps here. Again, if you've just joined the stream, welcome. This is my first day back on Le Mans Ultimate doing ranked races for almost a year, because the game's in a better place than it was. Really big active user base, and the racing's really, really fun in this game. Always has been, always, you know, since the start. So this is day one. I'm basically live streaming my first races back on the game with the help of you guys giving me some advice. I've already mucked up race 1 at Spa because I ran out of usable energy without realising. So my P7 was actually P19 or 18. And now I'm in a GTE at Monza, so forgive my LMU sins and my lack of understanding of what I'm doing. But we're setting the boundaries. We're setting, not the boundaries, the benchmark here. We're kind of, you know, get expectations at a certain level and then we can build. Or dramatically fall further and have no excuses. Oh yeah, flat spot simulation is incredible, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna get 2 hot laps here. I got suggested to brake around 125, but this is my first time going into turn 1, so I'm gonna brake a bit earlier, just after the 150. Okay, I could definitely see 125 being about right. Don't care if I'm at the back of the grid here. This is the first banker, like absolute, you know. Just want to get around. And the race is going to be a learning race as well. Okay, definitely a bit more turn and oversteer than the GT3, so that's where the trail braking is probably going to help me a little bit more. Cold tyres wouldn't have helped. I need to be more on the power, obviously, earlier out of corners, so I know that. That's just a comfort thing. It looks like at the moment I'm getting a bit loose on the way in, so that's where I'm going to have to learn more. The way out of the corners, that's just a confidence thing, and, you know, once I've got a bit of heat in and everything, I should be alright at that, because that's kind of carried over R Factor 2 memory and muscle memory. $600 hours on ACC on Xbox, nice. So, yeah, you're getting there with LMU. They're both great games, to be honest. ACC's kind of, you know, it's no longer the kind of, I guess, the in thing, but it doesn't make it any worse than it used to be, and there's still a big community of people playing it. It's just changed slightly because more things have come along. 147.4, I'm thinking it's going to be like a 151. Oh, 150, okay. Okay, we can live with that. 2.5 off on the first lap. Ugh. Okay, it got stopped. Thank you, whoever it was that said 125 meters. Thank you so much. That's a bit sketchy in the race, maybe, for now, but for qualifying, that was absolutely fine. Okay. What's the first chicane going to be like this time? Yeah, you can see there, I really messed up on the way in, so could have gone way faster on the exit. Too hot on the way in, so I just brake a little earlier, I think, for that first chicane. More committed through there is okay. Not lock up through this one, power on early. I think less curb maybe in that corner on the inside, just to try and keep on the flatter areas and carry the speed a bit more. Harder contact equals bigger safety rating penalty. That's great to know. Thank you. Oh yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a track limit warning, but I didn't want to. I want to test it because the only way I'm going to learn right now where the limits are is by testing them. So I kind of went for it. Parabolic braking references is a screen that flashes yellow. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's try that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, John. Alright, we're getting there. So 125 meters for the first one. Slightly earlier for the first chicane. Smoother through the two right-handers. Don't cut as much through Ascari. And then Parabolica is the big screen. All right. We're making progress. One more lap. No, too deep. I can still beat my lap time, but that's really not a good start. That's pushing the limits for sure. So that's good. We're learning. How many times have I said that in this stream? It's too aggressive on my. That was too aggressive on the turn-in. It's weird. It's washing out more than I'm expecting. I'm trying to get two left wheels over that curb on the inside, and I've missed it every time. But it feels like I'm maybe turning too. I don't know why. I'm turning too aggressively. Maybe I'm not turning early enough, or going too fast in. But it feels like I'm going too slow in at times. So I honestly don't know the compromise. I said be cleaner and tidier through that section, and I've just done the complete opposite. Yeah, more learning for sure. Hey, but that's the fun. Thomas has got it. I'm learning. Did I tell you? Yeah, that's fine for limits. All right. So 149 on this lap, if I get Parabolica right. Means I'll be about 2 seconds off, just over 2 seconds off the pace after, what, 2-3 laps in the GTE, in the top split, honestly. I'll take it. I will take it for now. Colin Spork on pole position, there's no surprise. Maybe one day I'll give Colin a run for his money, maybe one day. 149.4. And we're P13. Okay, it's not quite as strong as Spa, but it's to be expected. So what have we got car-wise? So Ferrari, there's an Aston in P2, so zero excuse with the car. That's David Gibbons, who we were chatting about earlier in the comments. Very, very fast, but proving that the Aston is clearly good enough. And then it's Porsches, Ferrari, Porsches, Aston. So no Corvettes until 13th. JVN. Jack Villeneuve. And I'm 16th. All right, that's kind of, you know what? It's about right. It's about right for where we are at the moment. I was going to say we can only go up from there, but that's a lie. Especially with no ABS, we can definitely go down. No, don't exit the session. That's a bad idea. Car setup. We've got 1 minute to the race. Quick. I am just behind the Chaos Zone, for sure. But I'm going to be desperate not to be the cause of the Chaos Zone, because whoever's behind the Chaos Zone is the one who creates the Chaos Zone, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah. Let's... Oh, custom... Hang on, let's do this quickly. So, custom fuel rate with energy. I don't think we've got it in this car, right? Or does it show up still? I don't have much time here. Powertrain... Yeah, so right now I've just got fuel. But the virtual energy is there. So that's what I need to do next time when I'm in the GT3. So thank you. Thank you. 40, right, so I've gone 42 litres. I think the suggestion was like 40 is fine. So let's hope it is. Let's hope it is.
Formation
Oh.
lab has started.
We're going. It's so quickly into the races though, like, which is good. I mean, it's stressful, but I cannot complain because so many times it's the opposite. Let's quickly bump that down a little, just for the fun of it. More chance of me spinning out and making a fool of myself, which is more entertaining for you guys. Is it pit lane? It'll be pit lane speed limiter again here, won't it? Right, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck in every single aspect of this race. Again, target is not... I'm not aiming for any position. I'm not aiming to go from last to the midfield. I'm just going to do the race, gain some safety rating, hopefully. And being in the top split, I should gain some driver rating if I have a clean race. That's the thought. Okie dokie. Cold tires. Yeah, let's just stay wide, hit the brakes early. There it is. Can I do this? I'm just going to slowly rejoin with no damage, no contact. I'm pretty much last, but I survived. I probably could have cut the track to get back on safely. Again, no experience. I don't want to take that risk. So we're just going to sit in 19th, and we're going to build from there. I did the opposite of sending it there, I'll be honest. Oh my goodness, try and focus on the exit and I'd do that. It's the cold tires thing, that's what I'm forgetting. I'm like, oh, I know I can put the foot down here. There's a track limit. I know I can put the foot down here. And then I'm remembering that it's lap 1 and the tires just are not what they just were in qualifying. This is a risk. Oh, I backed out. I backed out and he backed out. So sorry. I've totally ruined our pace there. I'm really sorry, but yeah, we were both scared. We both backed out. Absolute wimps, but I just did not want to cause an incident, and he eventually let me go, so... Anyway, it's fine, we'll catch them all. We will catch them. If I don't lock up. Right, foot down. Qualifying mode, and see where my pace can take me. If I've got any pace, can I gain a few positions? We'll find out. Weapons targeting. Right, I'm not going to brake. I'm going to brake just after the 150 here. Yeah, tentative. Still feel quite bad for the car behind me that I've just destroyed his run through a Ascari and my own. That's not an overtake that'll be making the overtake highlights reel. Oh, I made the curb. Yes, that's what I've been wanting to do. Don't have the tyres quite to get the grip on the exit, but that is what I've been trying to do with the curb at least. So that's one bit of progress. Learning activated. That curb is a weird one, the second Lesmo, because I think it might be quicker to just avoid it entirely. I don't know what the Quick Esports guys are doing. I don't know what Yurne is doing, or Dave, but it feels like the best line is over the curb, but by far and away the most stable line is missing the curb, and I actually think that might be faster. So I just need to try and work it out, really, maybe in practice, and just do a bit of a comparison. It's all about whether you get the rotation and the power on early, though, obviously. Yeah, that breaking point of the screen has really helped me save 10 minutes of practice. Okay, looks like we don't have particularly strong pace. Like, basically everyone around us is, similar pace-wise. So it's going to be close. Don't think we're just going to, pick off people here very easily. Much better through the first chicane. Just a bit scared to get the power on. My target here is going to be top 15, right? I know it's boring, but that is going to be 15 minutes to get up a couple of places and have a good race. That's the target. Couldn't see the apex at all. Okay, track limits again. Sorry, safety rating. That is, you can see the exit though. It's much better, even though I completely missed that curb. So, well, go for another stupid Ascari move. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? That guy behind's like, why are you doing that again? You gotta try. I'm learning. I'm just learning. Just learning. That was a terrible idea as well, wasn't it? We'll just we'll get mired into a battle here for P16. That's what it's all about. Come on. Forget the others. Right, come on. Confident under braking. Confidence. There it is. Yes! Now they're going to have the slipstream, so let's get a good exit. That's the curb, John. Oh, we're good. P16. 2.7 seconds because I tried another move right into a scary. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Someone will bin it. That's the... Oh my goodness. Okay, that curb. You can't hit it at the wrong angle. Oof. That's where I feel like I'm losing loads of time. I just don't... You know when you just feel like you're really slow? Like I felt like I'm braking really early, but then when I get to the corner, it feels like I'm going fast enough, and I couldn't be going any slower, so I still feel like I'm somehow missing my apex. So there's definitely lap time on the table in that chicane, I'd say. I totally agree as well. Bring back the V12 Aston, please. This is so... This thing just sounds... It doesn't sound dull in real life. It sounds dull when you're wearing headphones and playing a racing game. That's another track limits. I've done 1.5 track limits now. I've also realised why I'm so warm. It's because my fan has died. Never a good thing. Every time I'm just beginning to snatch the brakes. You can hear the lockup. Yeah, oh, yeah, good point, Cameron. Good point. Of course, Le Mans Ultimate could have the Valkyrie soon, right? Or next, at least. Or sometime. Take some time to make it. But yeah, V12 Aston could be coming to Le Mans Ultimate at some point. Okay, I had so much more confidence under braking there, and it worked. I gained 4/10 in the first chicane on my fastest lap. Oh, a little bit of a lift when I go yellow. Yeah, I should really be doing that, shouldn't I? Because I'm trying to gain safety rating to get to gold. I'm not trying to gain a 10th on P15 when. So I really should be actually just being sensible. But so if I lift just as I go into the track limits. There's battles up ahead. Let's go and watch. If I can catch these guys to watch the battles, that's going to be good. There's something to aim for. Yeah, I've seen the footage of the Valkyrie out testing at Sebring is just awesome because it sounds incredible. It's still obviously restricted. It's not like it's not, you know, the ultimate V12 sound like the best you've ever heard back in the day, but it's pretty good. It's still better than most of the cars out on circuit. So it's exciting. Hopefully it's competitive. But that'd be cool. Yeah, so I need to start lifting when I'm under track limits. That's a good technique. I'm 1.5 behind Jack Villeneuve, as we're going to call him now, though. So that's progress, I'd say. We're going to almost break into the 148s, but not quite. So there's more progress.
That time was a 149.00.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's cool to know, Cameron. Because I was thinking it was a little bit quieter than I would like, but I understood why. But if you're saying that they're deliberately doing that just to, you know, for testing reasons, that's exciting. It's bad enough at Croft. Yeah, so here, I feel like I'm definitely braking too early every time, and it's then, I don't know, there's something out of rhythm there. There's something I'm not doing right. I'm getting the turn-in wrong, or the braking, oh god, the braking wrong. I don't quite know. But we're catching another battle. Still 10 minutes to go, so we've still got an exciting race in our hands here. Could still break into the top 15, maybe even further. The cars up ahead are not far, and they are battling, and we saw what happened at Spa when the cars ahead battle. Is there any point doing this? Because as soon as I go for the move into Parabolica, they're just going to come back underneath me on the straight. I'm going to try it anyway. Tick the overtake. Oh, he's letting me go. Now, did I do that? I don't think I did. He seemed to brake quite early. I may have drifted too far to the left and put him off there, so apologies if I did, Jack Villeneuve. But I feel like that was more of a bit of instability under braking, but if that was me, I do apologise. Again, I would have to watch it back. If I squeezed him a little bit and it caused him to do that, but I didn't think I did. Didn't think I did at the time. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Pran. I'm so insecure. I'm like, was it me? Was that me? It was probably me. I honestly, I just know what it's like as a racing driver when you think something about an incident, then you watch the replay and you go, wait a minute, that's not what happened. I didn't do that. Oh wait, I did. That was better, that chicane. Yellow flag, good sign. I mean, oh no, someone's gone off. Ooh, track limits. Oh, orange, no, lift. Lift. Still got one. Sorry, I'm having too much fun to care about my safety rating. As always, going back on my word. I did lift there. I was on a good lap, that was the thing. I wanted to try and test the commitment there. But I am just pushing it too far. Jack Villeneuve crumbling under the pressure. I actually do recognise JVN as a name in Le Mans Ultimate from when I think I raced against them a year ago. As I said, I did like, what, 9 races in total on daily races, and I remember the name. And it might just be because it makes you think of Jack Villeneuve. It's quite memorable. The Evolution of John. Don't say that too early. I shouldn't have read that comment, just because I'm going to mess up. The lap times are definitely... You can see the lap times are getting better, though. I'm not going to change my traction control because I'm comfy right now. I think if I was to do... if I was to jump in now from qualifying again, it would be a bit better. And I'm definitely braking... Yeah, look, it's way too early. I'm getting the braking a bit... I'm being a bit braver under braking at the early stages, and it's actually making a nice difference, so... I can definitely, late in the braking point, at least for that chicane. Oh no. And get comfortable with it. Had to lift there. Kept it in track limits. Yeah, I am definitely turning twice. You're so right, Michael. It's because I'm just unsure. At first, I was going in and I was turning and I was leaving it too late, so I started going a bit earlier, but it's because I'm so desperate to get over that first curb, but I think I'm going too slow. Or I'm going too early in the brake, so I'm kind of... that way when you're impatient, you think, right, I need to get into the corner now because I'm there, and then you just take 2 bites at it. And I think I'm doing that every time. Lesmo 2, you can go more... Yeah, this is the question I was asking earlier. So I started the race going over the inside curb, then I've tried kind of missing the inside curb, and it's just a case of finding a bit of balance there, because I know that the faster line is going to be over the curb, but I also know that it quite heavily unsettles the car. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try that. I'll maybe try it next lap if I can, if I'm capable. 148.7. All right, we're getting there. Braking way better than it was when I first did qualifying. Four minutes 40 to go, so what's that, 3 laps, something like that? We're P15, I've got 4 seconds to Jack. But a couple of Porsches that I can maybe battle with here, if I keep my head. Yeah, couldn't quite see the apex, so I just had to kind of guess it, and wasn't great. Got on the power quite early, but also went on the curb. Not enough on the curb to justify it, but obviously, you know, I could have probably got away with not going on the curb there. I couldn't see it, that was the issue. Too early on the brakes. Right, that's good. Come on, this is the run. Oh, am I going to make it 3 wide? Okay. I actually, you know, I looked at the radar and I lifted just to not push him off there, so he was giving me no space on the inside, but kept it tight. Okay. What's happening here? Thanks, Piers, for the lap time update. Really needed that right now. Ah, braking early. Oh, someone spun off. Fair play. You know what? Fair play, Francois. Don't know your first name. T. Francois. Great stuff around the outside under braking. I wasn't going to try and force you there and have a Max Lewis situation. Hard defending, great driving. But now, see, now that I relax a bit and I'm just getting into the racing, I can get out of corners a little bit better. Don't care about track limits. Oh, it's green, we're fine. Whew, P12 after all of that. I don't know where that came from. I'm missing my fan right now, not gonna lie. Let's just focus on the exit here. Yeah, nice. What does Tom say? How far are you from how are you relaxing right now? I'm not. That's pretty much it. Oh, lock up. It's fine. Yeah, again, I've got a little bit on the table under braking so that when I do lock up slightly, I've left myself a tiny bit in reserve to still get through. I don't know, I was on the power very, very early. So even though I touched the gravel, I feel like I was on the power a lot earlier than them and they couldn't see, so maybe that's it. Got Rexy right behind me though, and that Porsche is not going to leave me alone, so any mistakes I make, they're going to be right on me. Yeah, so we've got Le Mans Ultimate in the chat, guys. I think it's Lewis. Say hi to Lewis if it's Lewis. Say hi to them if it's someone else. But yeah, hopefully they can answer any questions that you've got. Definitely didn't mean to put you on the spot there, Lewis. Okay, used a bit of curb there. Probably could have used a bit more, but it's, you can see on the Delta it's pretty close. It might be Lewis. You excited for some snow this weekend? We're pretty much matching our best lap time here. But the race is, I think there's going to be one more lap. Maybe this is the finish. Depends where the leader is, I guess. But we're definitely going to get our top 15 if I keep it all together here. Yeah, that was close to the limit under braking. So yeah, I guess the next cars we should see are the rest of the GT3s, right? Which is going to be exciting. to me, they're all a bit new right now, because as I say, I've not really driven them since I first tried them when the content came out. And I didn't really get stuck into any proper racing, I'll be honest. Because it was Christmas, and I was in another country. Right, last lap, guys. I think, unless it's already finished. I think it's the last lap. We've not had the checkered flag. I've made that mistake far too many times on this channel. And I've got 1.6 laps of fuel, so that's fine. Oh, another spinner. 2 spinners. Top 10, come on. Oh, it's so funny. After where we started, from the back, with no pace, very limited practice, bad first chicane, it's been good. It's been good. I was going to take a top 15. I'll definitely take a top 10. Only downside, really, is the track limit warnings, which are totally my fault. But it's worth it. It's been worth it. That Porsche's running pretty slow as well. We're going to probably get one more race in the stream, though, guys, as well. We're going to go back to Spa and the GT3. And if I can quickly adapt back to that again, we should have a bit of fun there. And actually remember to check the energy. Oh, goodbye. Cool. I'll take 9th. No problem. Kind of opposite to the last race in many, many ways. But it shows you just gotta keep it clean, keep on going. I mean, it's daily races, so the thing is, people are going to have fun. They're allowed to really go for it. Accidents will happen, battles will come to a conclusion. There's no championship standings at stake in this particular type of racing, so it's awesome that people will just go for it, and it's what makes it fun. You know, I'm going to definitely get involved in some scraps later on and go off, I'm sure, but it's also great when you're trying to slowly make your way through the pack, because people just give you positions. And I had fuel left. Okie dokie. So P9 in the end, second of the Astons. 147.4 from Colin, 148.7 from me. So Gibbons 147.5 in the Aston. I'm 1.2 off the pace. 1.2 off the pace. That is around Monza at this point in this race, on a fixed setup, on day 1 of this journey, against some pro drivers. I'll take it. Whew. I need a drink of water, guys. 7 positions gained. We gained 2.1% on the driver ranking, and we gained 16.2 on the safety. So we're past halfway in Bronze 3 now. We're still in GT3 GTE territory for the foreseeable future, but once we get beyond Bronze 3, I believe it's then Silver 0, and we'll be able to race in some of the prototypes. So the journey has begun. Yeah, Michael, 1.2, yeah, exactly. I didn't actually think I would find that much pace in the race. I just need laps, but as I keep saying, racing is a very difficult place to practice going for laps, because obviously I'm also trying to keep it clean, go for results, and I can't like experiment by braking really late into a corner and seeing what happens, because it's too risky. I made some horrendous moves through the Ascari chicane in that race. I also made some pretty good moves on the exit of corners, I would say. It's got some good exits, got some nice runs. You know, a mixture. So I'll definitely take it. Let's get signed up for Spa. What car are we racing at Spa? Oh, hey, Ben. Welcome. Just in time for a little GT3 race at Spa, where I'll try and remember to not run out of energy. Okay, so if I back out now, I should be able to get back in at Spa. Ferrari is the vote from Jay Lee. I obviously drove the BMW last time because I wanted to match the thumbnail. And it's cool. Let's just get signed up. So I think I'm going to go Ferrari. I mean, it's the first one I've seen, and again, we have no time to really do a proper vote on this or make it count. So Ferrari it is. Ferrari it is. Ooh. Got the 86. Yeah, the BMW was good fun as well. We've already done the BMW. I would love to do it again, don't get me wrong, and it seemed like it was competitive, which is also a good omen, but you know what, we're going to try something else. So let's go for the 54 Ferrari. What other colours have we got? What's the WEC livery? Ah, we'll do the WEC livery. Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Might try and plug in the fan. See if it works while it's plugged in, who knows. Because I am going to melt, but again, melting for your entertainment is fine by me. And melting, having a lovely conversation and a good race. I'm happy about that. So, basically, I'll be back in just a second. We're back for one last race on Le Mans Ultimate. It's been a really fun first day on this. Really enjoyable first stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. That's been 2 great races for different reasons, but yeah, it's been really, really good. What hasn't happened yet? Well, I haven't won. Haven't got on the podium. Haven't had the top 5. That's fine. I mean, I did not expect to be in the top split for these races, I'll be honest. So the fact that I'm kind of squeezing into the top split just means that if I do ever get a podium or a win further down this journey, maybe in a couple of weeks' time, maybe in a couple of months' time, who knows, then I will really feel like I've earned it. So that's always a good thing. Maybe I'll get put in split 2 at some point, but 246 racers is just brilliant. It's really, really good. We've got 30 seconds till the next one. But let us know as well in the comments, what sort of series would you like me to do as a stream? I can't stream every day because we're also producing videos, so at the moment we're kind of aiming for roughly 1 stream a week. The idea of doing something like a journey through to a higher, safety rating or driver rating is obviously fun. It gives us something to work towards. But there's so many different games where you can do that as well. We could, for example, sign up to LFM and do some AMS2 on LFM. I could do some Gran Turismo or R-Factor 2 ranked races. Who knows? Obviously ACC. So of course EVA when it comes is going to be big as well. But right now it's just not in the state for any of that, to be honest. But also there's online championships. I'm definitely going to look into. Don't worry. We're starting from the bottom. Maybe at some point I'm going to look at the tier system as well and the subscription system and see what other races we can do. But the idea is to actually utilize the daily races and the entry level stuff first. Get comfortable, get up to speed, and then go for it. But yeah, I could also do like playing some old games, trying to play through old career modes on games that we played as kids, all that sort of stuff as well. I'm kind of open to whatever with the streams, but I do want to keep some sort of consistency going with the timing. So I'm not saying it'll definitely be at Wednesday 3 o'clock every single week, but right now Wednesday 3 o'clock feels like quite a good time to aim for, depending on what it is. Obviously, if there's new content coming out, for example, new games and new tracks or cars for certain games, there might be different timings based on the release dates. So I'll keep you in the loop. I'll try and keep you in the loop basically as much as I possibly can. Final race. Right, I've done no laps of the Ferrari. Around Spa. I've done like 3 or 4 laps of the Ferrari in total. We're in split 2. Oh, I see some familiar names. We've got Matt Webb. 16 splits. Okay, wow. Okay, interesting. All that does is puts pressure on me to do a bit better. You know what? It's fine. We'll cope. We will cope. Fuel ratio. So this is the thing, right? So virtual energy and fuel ratio. So if I set that to 1, is that good? Or do I set virtual? I don't actually know what I'm doing here. Tell me what I need to do in terms of the numbers. That would be great. Is it 100% or is it 1.0 fuel ratio? Yeah, I used to race with Matt Webb. We were teammates actually, so that'd be fun. Put virtual to 100. Okay. Yeah, that made more sense. And then turn down the fuel ratio, right? Thank you, John. 100% and then down the fuel to 40. Is that the right way of doing it? Lewis? Ben? Help? Am I going to get disqualified again? Or is this the way to do it? So 42 litres. I think I carried 40 last time. I don't know how strong the Ferrari is though, so... Yeah, 0.3 is 30 litres. Okay, perfect. Right, thank you. Let's not do what we did in the last race. Let's get out there and do... Oh, we're not going to do 30 seconds of practice. That's pointless. Let's just go straight into qualifying with no experience with the car and track combo. And give it our best go. $18 seconds. So I think I did a 2:19 in qualifying in the BMW, and I think I did a 2:20.0 in the race. So let's just try and get a 2:19 again, I guess. And I wonder if I nail the outlap, will I actually get a chance to do a third lap? I don't know how much time we've got. 7 minutes, I think. Oh, it's so tight. I need to be doing like 2:19s. We're not going to do that. Because I've also got to wait 30 seconds for it to start, right? Oh, we'll try. If I absolutely nail this outlap and don't obviously drive through in the red light, maybe we'll get a third hot lap in. I've got no clutch. Go, go, go! Cold tires, cold brakes. Happy to report, my fan is working. Don't know how long it'll work for, but it's working. And when you've got 2 massive lights, white lights on you, because I kind of put the lighting like I would do for a video when I'm streaming. You've got 2 massive lights, you've got the PC running at 99%. And you're Scottish and you're used to the cold, it gets a bit toasty. My outlap needs to be quick, I think, if I'm going to get 3 laps in. And I'm not really wanting to risk the tyres. Any traction control recommendations for the Ferrari? I'm happy to just match the BMW's ones, to be honest. Just go a little bit lower than default. I think that's probably a sensible kind of amount. Don't think I need all of it. Oh, I always do that. 5 and 5 for everything. Let's just try. Maybe the Ferrari's more tail happy than the BMW. We'll get to find out either way. Drink some Iron Brew. Good suggestion. If you could bring me one right now and pour it down my throat, that would be fantastic. I know I've got too much fuel for quali, Ben. I'm practicing, you know. I'm practicing for race fuel. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Well, it is a sprint, actually. Knowing me, and as you should, I'd be more likely to put qualifying fuel in and then forget about qualifying. Forget about the fuel when I start the race and start with qualifying fuel. I'm more likely to do that than to remember and turn it back up. You're right, I'm going to leave a few tenths. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not a real racer. If you heard, I don't think you were here during the Spa race, but I proved to myself during the race that I'm not a real racer. Okay, first lap, slightly cold tyres. They are green, but they're still not going to be optimal, so just a little bit of a banker once again. Nope, that's the track limits. I've lifted, so we're green, we're fine. Yeah, definitely a banker. Yes, Ozley. Psychologically, I'm not a real racer. Go back and watch the Spa race, and you'll witness it firsthand. The Ferrari's nice, guys. It's a little bit more front-endy than the BMW, which is not a surprise. The BMW is very stable, and it's obviously front engine. It's kind of the what you would call it, the classic all-rounder GT3, I would say. Whereas this Ferrari is, I mean, it's somewhat similar, but it's slightly more aggressive. The engine positioning makes it maybe a little bit more agitated, but also slightly better on the way in, probably in terms of rotation. But who knows? It's all default setups as well. So, which is good for me, by the way. No, this has been a terrible lap. So there's obviously lots you could do to make these cars different. Right. So pretty handy. The tire MFD screen. Yeah, you're probably right. Why have I got relative on? It's qualifying. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm definitely only going to get 2 laps in, so trying to get 3 was pointless. Right, banker in. It's not great. Probably a 220. Yeah, relative is stupid. It's for the race, I like that.
Time 2:20.40.
Terrible exit from La Source. But it's fine. It's all good. Matt Webb, 219. There you go. There's Matt. No, mucked up Radion again. But it's green, so we're fine. Yeah, I in the BMW, I was going further left, I think, on the way in, and I don't think that's the car. I think that's just me. So I definitely lost about 3-4 tenths there, getting it all wrong through there. Use the curb to get the car rotated. Not much coasting. maybe a little bit wide there, to be honest. But we'll compensate. I think the tyres are better, so the lap should be quicker anyway. Too much coasting there, definitely. Should have gone fourth. Yeah, the gearing's different as well, the Ferrari to the BMW. In the BMW, I think I was third through there, so probably going too low in the gears. Also, I really don't mean to sound like I'm just complaining about everything I'm doing. I'm not like just saying that to be like self-deprecating. Sometimes I am. It's just because like learning, obviously when you say things out loud, if you're doing something and you're doing it wrong and you spot that you're doing it wrong, even if it's like, you know, it's an easy mistake to make, like I'm never going to get this perfect first time out. If I say what I'm doing wrong out loud, there's more of a chance it's actually going to stick with me, and then the next time round I'm going to fix it. Not a great chance, but more of a chance. So if it sounds like I'm just complaining about getting every corner wrong when it wasn't that bad, it's just because I'm trying to make myself a bit quicker in a short space of time without any practice. Too aggressive into there, but got away with it. No! 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 9/10. Goodbye, 3/10 of a second.
Time 2.
Okay, we're third though.
3.
We're third on the grid. Eight tenths off of P2. Okay, we're fifth on the grid. Ben, you were right. I should have taken less fuel. I shouldn't have mucked up the chicane. And then maybe we'd be there. Do you know what? That's fine. I think pace is fine. Matt Webb on pole, 218.8. Raced Matt a lot on R Factor 2 back in the day. So I know that... And we've got similar pace. He's actually in the Corvette as well. So good job from Matt. Definitely should have been in the low 19s. Like, I think that's clear. That could have happened. The first corner, I got a bad exit. The Radeon and Eau Rouge, I lost probably about 2-3 tenths through the corner and then onto the exit into Camel. Last chicane, I definitely lost like 3 tenths. So I reckon there was an 18 there if I'd have had 2 or 3 more laps maybe just to get it right. So that's good for the race though. Good for the race. I think we can be in the mix here for a podium. Could be in the mix for a podium. Should we try? Should we go for a podium? I need to survive. Like, I really need to keep that safety rating. And I know I've said that every time and not listened to myself, but, you know, we'll try. Get your predictions in. I think we're not changing anything, are we? We're leaving the fuel as it is, just to be safe. I don't want to run out. I'm not worried about it. Let's just leave that. An extra 4 or 5 litres than what we need is fine if it means I'm not going to panic. Again, spoken like a true racing driver. Thank you, John. Right. Top 3 incoming. P1 for Tom. I'm not going to get Matt. Matt's too fast. Today. Matt, I'm going to get you at some point. I don't think it's going to be today. But, you know, you never know. You never know. So... if I can... I'm still getting all my buttons wrong. Let's just go 5-5-5.
Formation lap has started.
Oh, I'm rolling backwards. Right, straight into it. Let's do it. Matt's going to get Matt. Yeah, if he's anything like the other drivers that we raced against at Monza, there's a good chance. So, cold brakes, cold tyres. Slightly... It's going to be... Again, it's probably going to be a nervy first lap. I'm going to try my best to be confident and just go for it, but there's no guarantees. We don't want to send someone to space. But yeah, let's you know what? Let's go for a podium. Let's be bold. Let's try. Oh no, wrong button. Don't get a penalty for that. I pressed the wrong button. I thought I was going on the limiter and I was going off it.
Green flag.
We're fine, I think. Sketchy start. Probably the most panicked start you've ever seen. Got too much power down there. Everyone spun behind me. I got too much power down the exit. Probably the traction control too low for the start of the race. So we'll go for the exit again. Oh my. Nothing to see. It's fine. You know what? P14. Only lost 9 spots. We can cope. And hey, you know what? I would rather do that. I would rather do that than wipe someone out. So it's fine. It's absolutely fine. We can battle through. We can have some fun. Try and make it into the top 8, maybe. But the only problem is my tires took a bit of a beating there. And my FFB's just had a little... I just had a wee momentary drop of FFB mid-corner there, which was interesting. But it's fine now. Ugh. Poor. Right, come on. Work to do. Work to do. P1 is no longer on anyone's bingo list, Tom. P3 is probably no longer on anyone's bingo list because it's 17 minutes to go and I'm 14th. But let's just see where the race takes us. Also trying to remember again that I've got ABS, so I don't need to be as gentle on the old brake pedal. But yeah, I'm really struggling for grip, and I maybe just went too early on the traction control. I should have just left it slightly higher at the start with the cold brakes, cold tires. That's, you know what? I'm learning. We're learning. Everyone behind me was in the pits there, so that's good. Only way is up, and I can see cars going side by side. Yeah, it's not. Oh my goodness! It's really nowhere near as stable. Oh god, nowhere near as stable as the BMW through Eau Rouge, through Radeon as well. Like, really unstable relatively, which you guys probably know if you're playing this game. Maybe that's why someone suggested the Ferrari. The Beamer just does it. Just trying to... Nope. Thought I would sneak down the inside there. That was cheeky. Didn't work. Bit of contact. I was just trying to get a good exit there off the chicane, and I just went slightly too bold. Got on the gravel, but I was just really going for it. See that Tom's gifted some Traction memberships. So I've definitely got the pace over this BMW right now. I just don't have the... I need to kind of feel my way through this. And I don't quite have the confidence in the car at the moment underneath me that I can really attack. More understeer through there as well. Okay, I think I can go late in the brakes into the chicane now, though. I'm feeling fairly comfortable there, so... If we get close enough, we will try. One of the only sane overtaking spots at Spa. He's going inside, so we'll go outside. Oh, yeah. Oh, fair play. Ran me out wide. Good defence. Frustrating. If I'd have gone a bit slower on the way in, I could have done the old... I'm not going to say it. Cutback. Let's go with cutback. I'm gonna, and to be fair to that BMW, I did hit him earlier up the rear, so he's got every right to be aggressive with his defending, within reason, obviously. Oh my god. That's horrible. I don't like it. I don't like it through Eau Rouge and Radeon. I do not like it one bit. Let's go for it. Come on. Yep, there we go. Cover the inside. P11, right. Running out of time already though, come on. More moves to be done. Go for this BMW train. Oh, it's just slightly unstable under entry. Like if I tip it in and I'm just not quite catching it right or being smooth enough, I can just feel the back start to go, and it's just a hesitation as I'm turning that the rear is going to try and overtake the front. And that's what's getting me here. Fine in the big heavy stops, but it's the kind of faster, more commitment-based corners that are the ones where the stress is coming in. And one thing I did genuinely learn from this race as well is that if I'm going to turn the traction control down, maybe don't do it on lap 1 with cold tyres, because out of that first corner, that was all me. That was just me being too greedy, and if I had higher traction control, it would have kind of pegged me back a little bit, and we might have not had that stress into Eau Rouge. But we'll see. Yeah, it rotates more, yeah, exactly. Should we send it or force him to the inside? No. Send him wide. I'll do. I do enjoy scaring someone out of a corner. Just makes it easy. You know what? I'm going to take a track limits hit there. Oh, maybe not. I don't know how I'm not getting a track limits there. In the BMW, that would have been orange. Or yellow. I was going to take it, though, just to try and stay ahead of this BMW. Try third gear through here. Nope. Second's just better, I think. Does anyone know if I should be changing from 5th to 6th on the Camel Straight as well? Because I don't quite have the revs nailed down yet as well. And I'm kind of staying in 5th, waiting for the rev light to come on, and it's not coming. And I'm wondering, should I just be in 6th there? I'm having so much fun today, guys. Really, really enjoying the stream, enjoying the races. As someone who's just a big fan of sim racing and racing games, sometimes it's just really nice to sit down and play them and not have to think about anything else. You know, it's not like I'm not playing this to review it. I'm not playing it to test something out or to try and find out what new content's like. I'm just doing some racing, and that's what it's all about. And sometimes when you get some good races on the go, on a good sim, you just remind yourself that, you know, sim racing is just awesome. Up into the top 10 now. We've got Maz ahead, same person as I kind of ruined through the Ascari chicane in the last race, so let's try not to do that again. But he does know that I was slightly quicker at Monza, so see if it's the same here. No, fair play, fair play. That was great defense. We'll get him on the exit, though. I got too much of a run. He's going to defend the inside, so we'll try and do the cutback. Two sideways. Come on. Yeah, I've got the momentum. He's going to have to let me go here. Yeah. Thank you, Maz. Thank you so much. Really good, clean, respectful racing with Maz for 2 races now. We know we can go around the outside here, so we can try it again. 6th gear. There we go. Just the difference from now to about 2 hours ago when we first jumped in a race in this game, and like the confidence level, I'm actually less confident in the car, but it's just getting warmed up again, back into the swing of things with the racecraft. I'm getting used to the physics again. It's all these things just always take a bit of time. You can't really replace that with experience or anything. You just need to jump in and do races. Okay, we're up into 8th now, so top 5s, they're too far ahead unless they make big mistakes, but big mistakes can happen, as we've seen. My fastest lap's only a 2:20.4, so I'm not driving that well. Might also be to do with my tyres, because I am suffering quite a lot of understeer in corners like that, and that could be to do with lap 1. I can see the 2 in front of me though, so should we say P6 as a good target?
Lap 2, 20.72.
Piers is back. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're wondering whose voice the engineer is when you cross the line, he tells you the lap time. It's obviously Piers Pryor, who's been watching this stream. Don't know if you're still watching Piers, but Piers is the voice of the spotter. And of course, if you are a long-time follower of Traxion, you may be aware that Piers was also a presenter at Traxion. So it's nice to hear Piers' voice. A very calming engineer. And a very good driver in his own right. But yeah, if you go back and watch videos of Piers on Traxion channel, or videos of Piers now on the Alpha Live channel, you may recognise the voice. Yeah. Obviously, I was asked first. And I was brilliant, but no one could understand my accent, so that was it. I wasn't actually asked first. That's a lie. Some lore you didn't expect today, anyway. The person behind the engineer's voice revealed. My tyres are really going now. Really going. Pedro asks, why the round wheel? Simply because it's the only wheel right now that I've got with this SimuCube setup that I've recently had on the rig as of Christmas time. Oh my goodness, that's fine. As of Christmas, I've been running the SimuCube setup. It's the only one I've got working at the moment. I do actually have another wheel, which I'm going to be testing hopefully tomorrow and the day after. Just need to set it up, get it all working, and that's a very cool wheel, and that is not a round wheel, that's like a Formula style wheel, and you'll hear much more about that if you subscribe to the Traxion channel, because we are going to do a video about it, and I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in, because it's very cool. And then I will have options, so I can switch to a Formula style wheel for a car like this, so there you go. Yes, also, sorry John, I'm just seeing that about the starter voice as well, yeah, Eduardo Freitas. The real voice of Le Mans 24 Hour as well, of course, the race engineer. Also, shortly, he was Formula 1. Not engineer, sorry. Formula 1 race control for a little while. Yeah, it is easier to... You're 100% right as well. I actually quite like a round wheel for many purposes. Obviously, in GT racing, I tend to... You know what? I tend to go for the wheel that matches the car I'm driving. So, driving this Ferrari, if I had a choice, I would drive a wheel that looked like the Ferrari's wheel. But you're so right, it's better for catching slides. Like, would I have saved that lap 1 incident at top of Radion without a round wheel? I don't know if I would. We can watch it. Well, I can watch it back. You guys can watch it back whenever you want. I can watch it back later. But obviously, I still had control of the wheel enough to keep myself out of the wall when I was facing the right direction. So momentum was carrying me. I was able to grab the wheel, control the rotation a bit, so that when it started facing the right way, I could turn a little bit to the right and stay out of the wall. Could I have done that with a Formula-style wheel? I would have just had my hands off the wheel, probably, and I don't know if I would have been able to grab it in the same way. So actually, the big round wheel may have saved us on lap 1. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, I may have remembered it wrong. I may have just let go completely, and I didn't actually do anything, and I can't remember. But all I remember is I felt like I had control in order to avoid the wall. You just saved it with a keyboard. I would have saved it with a keyboard because I wouldn't have been in that position heading through Radion and Eau Rouge. I would have been heading through there at 5 miles an hour and split 20 with all of the assists on, so I probably would have saved it. Oh, too much curb. We're catching. Now this is, oh look at this, 3 minutes to go. This is a juicy battle for, what's that, I don't know, 5, 4? There's still a race to be had here. That was terrible. If I can drive better, there will be a race to be had. There's not much difference if your hands stay at 3 and 9. Yeah, you're right. It's just fun to use a GT or Formula wheel because it's lighter and, you know, all those things. There are benefits to it. But I find that if I need to, I can drive anything with a round wheel. Like I used to use a G29 and before that a G27 for years, and they're always round wheels, and I never ever had an issue. Didn't think about it until obviously further down the line I got some nicer wheels, and then suddenly it was really cool. But you know, I wasn't missing it before I knew about it, if that makes sense. And I was driving Formula cars and all sorts. Also, an old single-seater that I used to drive in real life had a round wheel. So. And that was fine. Never thought about that either. Right, here we go. Stuck in 8th place here. 2 minutes to go. I'm going to have to make some moves quick, but I'm not going to do anything stupid. Or I hope I don't do anything stupid, so let's just wait for the mistake like that. And stick it down the inside. Cool. That's P7. Not doing good laps here either. I'm still best lap 220.4, so the pace is not great. But I'm definitely getting a little bit more comfortable with the car, even though I'm not getting the most out of it, if that makes sense, time-wise. Or technique. Everyone's running wide through this one. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. Like, if you've only got... Yeah, 100%. If you're buying one steering wheel, and that's all you're going to use... Round is the way to go, because round is the most versatile, even if it's not the best at many things. It's the best at rallying, maybe drifting, but it's the way to go just because it can do everything. Obviously, it depends on what kind of sim racing you're wanting to do. I highly recommend rallying. And Le Mans Ultimate. Alright, last lap, come on. I think there's still positions to be had here. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I went too early on turn-in, tried to compensate, going early on the power, and I just got the line all wrong. Should have watched my beginner's guide that we uploaded a few days ago. A Steam Deck or a Stream Deck. Both would be interesting. Lots of people use Stream Decks as button boxes in sim racing though, which is quite handy. So you do technically race with a Stream Deck. Right, come on, someone send it. There we are. Let me get back into this battle, even though I don't deserve to be in it. I'm actually under threat from the car behind as well, because I've been driving like an idiot this last lap or so. That was self-deprecating, not constructive. Got enough fuel. Not worried about that. We're not there. We're gonna need a big mistake. And it would help if the car changed down the gears. Don't know what happened there, but I didn't catch second, and instantly I was understeering off into the gravel. Yeah, the McLaren GT3 V2, those wheels from Fanatec are really, really good. They're very cheap, relatively. Fantastic value for money. Will someone make a mistake at the last chicane? No. No, I didn't deserve better there. But, you know what? To come back from that first lap and finish 7th, with only a couple of tiny little touches, I think that's a decent enough recovery. Thanks, John. Yeah, I'm happy with my day's work. Best result of the day, P7. Should have been 2 P7s. Obviously, that first race kind of went disastrously wrong, but I would say I raced well enough. It was just I didn't really know the rules on the energy, so that was fine. Second race, didn't have as much pace, but it got better throughout. Made some good moves. Enjoyed that. And then race 3 is... Yeah, that was probably the best fight through the field. Obviously, it was split 2 instead of split 1. But after that first lap, I have to take it. Looks like Matt came 3rd in the end, despite having the fastest lap. So there you go. Any tips to learn braking without ABS? Interesting. There's a couple of course, I'm just remembering. Magic Tap is Matt, isn't it? Hi, Matt. I always forget the link there. Good job, Matt. Good job. Thanks, Ben. Sorry, I got distracted. ABS, braking without ABS. We actually have a video coming out soon. Don't know how soon. It's not been confirmed yet, but as part of our Beginner's Guide to Sim Racing, obviously it's for beginners, but it's also for people who just want to relearn the basics and try and improve their driving. So intermediates as well, I would say. We've got a whole video talking about how to learn driving without assists. So it's more of just a guide to what the assists actually do and how you can practice without them. But the best way to practice is first of all, it's just to try it. I'd say to start with, reduce your ABS down so that there's very little there, and just practice on that brake pedal, trying to hit a consistent 80 or 90% pressure instead of 100%. And you'll only get better from practicing, to be honest. So if you jump in the GTEs at Monza, for example, great way of practicing, braking without ABS. You will definitely lock up a lot. It'll be a disaster in many ways. But you just have to get used to the amount of pressure you need to apply. It's harder with different pedals as well. If you have like soft pedals, generally cheaper pedals, actually you struggle with braking more without ABS, which is unfortunate. But you've just got to get used to the muscle memory of not putting your foot fully on the brake and just 90%, 80%, something like that, and then just easing off the brake the closer you get to the corner, trail braking in. It's the best way to do it is just practice. Okay, so you can see I was expected at the top of that one, so I was expected to qualify second, and expected to finish second. So I still gained driver rating though, so it shows that even if it expects you in one way or the other, it still is more important where you finish, like, if that makes sense. The position more than where you're expected to finish. And also, safety rating wise, look at that. 4 clean laps in qualifying, 7 in the race, tiny bit of contact, which was on me, but we gained 37%. I think we're one clean enough race away from silver. So next time we play at LMU, which is hopefully going to be next week. Don't know the time and the time yet and the day exactly, but it might be the same as this week. I'll have to wait and see. But we're gonna play more LMU. I'm gonna break into the silver safety rank, try and get closer towards silver 2 driver rank as well, and hopefully use what I've learned today to improve my racing next week. And give it another go. And then, don't worry, Ben. Don't worry. We will definitely look into other stuff, right? We will look into championship modes, special events, all of those kind of things. I am not subscribed yet. I'm ashamed to say. So we'll need to get that sorted. And we'll kind of cover in a stream as well, like how that all works and what this subscription actually gets you, because I think it's good for people to know. And we'll look at special events and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, guys. Chris coming from ACC, finding out what braking is without locking up in game. Yeah, that's a great shout. That's a great shout. The only thing you can do is get experience, but it's good to have a starting point and just build it up from there. Start by braking less and just slowly push it more. And Dave's absolutely right. CSL load cell, yeah, it's great. I ran the CSL Elites until I've got these pedals on the rig now, and I thought they're fantastic. They're really, really good. And you do just need to get used to the firmness. Once you do, you're laughing, you know. But yes, appreciate, guys, all of the support. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I, as I say, thoroughly enjoyed myself today. Got some good races under my belt. No more podiums, no more class wins, but had a really good time. I got 7th, 9th, and 18th, but that does not tell the full story at all. And hopefully, next week, if I'm jumping back on LMU, might be doing something different, might be on LMU, but the next time I'm on this game anyway, we can break into silver safety rank, we can finally get into some prototype racing, and yeah, hopefully some more crazy moments and more fun. Really glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. But that's going to be it. So have a lovely afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the week. It's Wednesday afternoon is a good point because it's the turning point. You've only got 2 days to go. Only 2 days till the weekend. Lots of good racing happening this weekend. Daytona 500, WRC Sweden, and obviously as much sim racing as your heart desires. So go and enjoy it, have fun, and I'll see you soon.